the weaver of the evening mist, in a hidden valley where the grass is as soft as a kitten's ear and the trees sway with the rhythm of a slow, deep breath, there lives a gentle giant named Olo. Olo is not a giant of stone or mountains. He is a giant made of soft shadows and warm sweaters. He does not live in a castle of cold marble. Instead, he lives inside a massive, hollowed-out pumpkin that glows with a steady, honey-colored light from within. Olo has a very special, very quiet job. While the sun is busy waking up the world, Olo spends his day wandering the valley, collecting the sleepy sounds of the earth. He carries a satchel made of woven moonlight and tiny jars made of frosted sea glass. He walks so lightly that the dew stays on the clover. He stops by the brook to catch the sound of a pebble rolling slowly underwater. He stands beneath a great willow to catch the sound of a single leaf letting go and floating toward the ground. He even finds the soft, rhythmic purr of a farm cat napping on a sun-warmed porch. These are the ingredients for the night. The mixing of the shadows. When the sky begins to change from bright blue to a deep, velvety plum, Olo comes out onto his porch. He sits in a chair carved from an old, fallen oak and sets his glass jars on a table. One by one, he opens them. The sounds float out like tiny, glowing bubbles. He takes a long wooden spoon made of cinnamon bark and begins to stir the air. As he stirs, a soft, silver-blue mist begins to rise from the jars. This isn't a cold or damp mist. It is a warm, lavender-scented cloud that smells like clean linen, toasted bread, and the way the earth smells after a very light rain. Olo closes his eyes and begins his breathing. He breathes in deeply through his nose, smelling the sweetness of the night, and lets it out slowly through his mouth with a long, soft shh. With every breath, the mist grows thicker and softer, spreading out from his porch like a slow-moving tide of silk. The journey of the quiet. The mist travels slowly down the hill. It doesn't rush. It meanders through the tall grass, whispering to the crickets to lower their songs. It reaches the edge of the village and begins to slide over the rooftops. It slips under the cracks of doors and through the tiny spaces in window frames. When the mist enters a room, the air becomes still and cozy. It finds the people who have had long, busy days, the students, the workers, and the children. It brushes against their shoulders, making them feel light, as if the weight of the day is simply melting away into the floor. It makes the pillows feel twice as soft as they were a moment ago. It makes the blankets feel heavy and secure, like a giant, warm hand resting gently on your back. Olo's mist carries the quiet with it. In this quiet, there are no clocks ticking loudly, no phones buzzing, and no thoughts of tomorrow. There is only the feeling of being tucked in by the universe itself. The night watch Olo watches from his hill as the village disappears under a silver blanket. He sees the golden lights in the windows blink out, one by one, like eyes closing for a nap. He sees the cows in the meadow fold their legs and rest their heads on the grass. Even the wind, which had been playing in the trees all day, finds a soft spot in the valley and curls up to sleep. The giant feels a great sense of peace. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a tiny bell made of pure silver. He holds it up to the moon and rings it just once. Ting. The sound is so small and so sweet that it doesn't wake anyone. It only tells their hearts that it is safe to let go. Falling into the mist. Now, Olo's work is done. He feels the heaviness in his own limbs. He walks back inside his glowing pumpkin home, where the air smells like vanilla and dried clover, He puts his jars away and turns down the golden lamp until it is just a tiny, warm spark. He climbs into his bed, which is piled high with quilts made of sheep's wool and dandelion fluff. He stretches his long arms, lets out one final contented yawn, and closes his eyes. As you lie there now, imagine Olo's mist filling your room. It is swirling slowly around your bed, turning everything soft and blurry. The sounds of the world are fading away, replaced by the gentle hum of the valley. You are floating in that warm, silver cloud. Your hands are relaxed. Your feet are warm. Your mind is as still as the sky mirror lake. The weaver has finished his work. The night is holding you. Sleep now. Sleep deep. All is quiet.